There's a story that's kind of blown up over the last few days about a remote tribe that got access to the internet and then immediately addicted to porn. And I learned about it on stream a little bit, but the more research I've done on it, the more it seems like that's a load of horseradish. That's a bunch of fiddlesticks here. While it is true that this remote tribe got internet access and porn did become somewhat prevalent in their culture as a result, it's actually far different than a lot of the mainstream articles are having you believe. It's a really disingenuous spin on a really interesting story. The way mainstream media covers this story, they'd have you believe that this tribe got internet access and the first thing they did, the first order of business, was to Google butt play rubber fist spit roast bukkake until all of them became hypnotized, porn-addicted zombies unable to function. Like they start their day with a goon sesh and then hunting. They like just drooling, foaming at the mouth, scratching at their neck for more porn for their fix. When in reality, that's not at all the truth of the situation here. So, I want to show you the story that mainstream media is telling, the one that I learned about on stream. Then I'd like to come in and give you the truth of it. Now, like I mentioned, since they got internet access and since porn is so big online now, they were exposed to it, and it is becoming somewhat of a problem in the culture, as it is across the globe with porn addiction. Did you hear about the Amazon tribe that got addicted to porn because of Starlink? Hold on a second. That's kind of a dangerous search on stream, but now I'm very curious. Remote Amazon tribe finally connects the internet only to wind up hooked on porn. Damn! A reclusive tribe in the Amazon finally got hooked up to the internet thanks to Elon Musk, only to be torn apart by social media and pornography addiction. Brazil's 2,000-member Marubo tribe has been left bitterly divided by the arrival of the Tesla Starlink service 9 months ago, which connected the remote rainforest community along the Itui River to the web for the first time. When it arrived, everyone was happy, Sainama Marubo, who's 73, told New York Times. But now things have gotten worse. Young people have gotten lazy because of the internet. They're learning the ways of the white people. The Marubo are a chaste tribe who even frown upon kissing in public. But Alfredo Marubo, all Marubo use the same last name, said he's anxious that the arrival of the service, which delivers super fast internet to far-flung corners of the planet and has been billed as a game changer, could open up standards of decorum. Alfredo said many young Marubo men have been sharing porn videos in group chats, and he's already observed more aggressive sexual behavior in some of them. We're worried young people are going to want to try it, he said of kinky sex acts. Everyone is so concerned that sometimes they don't even talk to their family. Is this real? Am I reading a joke article? This comes from a real source, though. I feel like if you've never seen porn before and you get exposed to it, I feel like you're probably going to be startled first and foremost. Like, that's a lot to take in all at once. Think about this. The average person right now sees more tits, dick, pussy, and ass than any, member of your ancestral history combined. I feel like that's such an overwhelming amount to take in all at once if you've never seen anything like that before. The most you've experienced is fucking missionary. I feel like you'd probably be startled. I can't imagine you immediately getting hooked on it, but I know porn addiction is rampant. And clearly it looks like it's just, no matter what, people are just susceptible to it. Tribespeople became so addicted that Marubo leaders, fearing that history and culture, which was passed down orally, could be lost forever, they have now limited access to the internet for 2 hours each morning, 5 hours each evening, and all day Sunday. But parents are still worrying the damage may already be done. How do they find the porn in the first place? You don't find the porn. The porn finds you on the modern internet. Go on Twitter for 3 seconds, click on any innocent tweet, and you're going to see Goatsy immediately underneath that. 15 OnlyFans bots saying, you could fuck me if you want. And you see that as just like a remote tribe. You're like, pardon? Just click this, and then just like fucking jacking into Cerebro. It's based on your settings, though. No, it's not. If you go to any popular tweet on Twitter, go on there without an account, look at a popular tweet, make an account, click on that, and you're immediately getting porn. It floats to the top thanks to the system with paying for verification. All the porn bots float to the top. It's not algorithmically driven. Now, the person who broke this story, his name is Jack. And once this really started to blow up, he even went on Twitter to set the record straight, saying that he never made the claim that they were addicted to porn, stop sharing that lie. And he actually posted a video kind of going over like the bullet points about what he's found from studying this with this tribe getting access to high-speed internet. So I want to play a little bit of that video here, but when you read the original article here, it really doesn't make any claims about, porn is fucking tearing the Marubo apart or anything like that. Young men start their morning by Googling boob no clothes please, like they're trying to order off of a porn menu. God forbid though, if they do have access to Twitter, all hope is already lost. You won't be able to avoid the porn. It's like trying to dodge rain in a thunderstorm. No matter where you go on that godforsaken wasteland, it will lead to spread asshole, spread eagle, spready Kruger, fucking soliciting pussy pics, bots spamming advertisements for OnlyFans, non-bot accounts making sponsored posts for porn that they're paid to promote covertly. Like, it's ludicrous. So if they do have that, like if they're on Twitter, then yeah, I can definitely see that being a big issue. But the article isn't focused on just the porn aspect of the internet. It talks about the good that the tribe has experienced with the internet that they really appreciate, with having access to medical information or having access to emergency hotlines in case of a medical emergency, being able to contact people outside the tribe, having access to just general information outside of the tribe, to all of the negatives that come with it: scams, misinformation, porn, stuff like that. And it's just talking about what the tribe is going through having this newfound high-speed internet access. But it's important to realize, and if you read the article, you'll know, this tribe wasn't completely cut off from the outside world and internet just kind of sprung up like it was a wish from Cosmo and Wanda and the Fairly Odd Parents. Like, they actually already were familiar with this kind of technology. They had phones before they had high-speed internet. So it's not like they were completely isolated from this kind of technology. They just got this new boost, like up the technological tree here with high-speed internet. So let me play you a little bit of this video.
I've been reporting on the arrival of high-speed Starlink internet in remote indigenous villages in the Amazon rainforest. Myself and our photographer, Victor Moriyama, we ended up hiking in total about 50 miles in order to reach villages of the Marubo people, which are an indigenous tribe that has lived for hundreds of years, if not longer, in one of the most isolated stretches of the Amazon rainforest.
He starts by describing the journey to even reach the tribe, and then he goes into the contrast with their traditional way of life with their newfound technological integration to that traditional way of life. And he talks about the contrast between these two things.
And that meant, seeing people hunched over on their phones, typing away, sending voice notes, watching, video clip. The Marubo are not a fully isolated tribe. Many of the Marubo actually already had smartphones, and then they were using them to communicate when they were in the city or to take photos in the forest.
Even though mainstream media wants you to believe that they've been cut off from the rest of the world for, 1,000 years or whatever, like the Avatar frozen in a block of ice, that's just not the reality here. They have some technology. They have had technology. They have smartphones. They have been able to communicate outside of the tribe. What's new is the high-speed internet, which was introduced in September of 2023 with Starlink.
The Starlink antenna is a satellite internet service from SpaceX, the private space company owned by Elon Musk, arrived in the Marubo villages in September 2023. Right away, the internet was a huge hit and people were on it all the time, so much that it became a problem for the hunting and the farming that are necessary for their way of life. But at the same time, I saw the Marubo people dealing with misinformation and scams, to pornography, to addictive social networks, to violent video games.
He goes on to say that a big difference here is that society's had decades to acclimate to the internet and kind of grow with it to figure out its place in society. Whereas the Marubo are dealing with it all at once because they got all of it at once, whereas we gradually grew with the internet until it became what it is today. So he's talking about the things that he saw that were leading to problems in the tribe, which was, people are starting to get lazier because they don't want to hunt as much. They'd rather watch some videos, or they're procrastinating on farming occasionally because they'd rather be, just perusing the World Wide Web or playing a game, maybe watching porn. Like, he just talks about the whole host of things that we as a society have already been dealing with, and now they are as well. It's not like this tribe got internet access and immediately overnight, like that, became a whole tribe of gooners. That's just not at all what happened, despite what the headlines lead you to believe. So I just wanted to set the record straight on that. Now, he does go on to mention that some of the elders are concerned about like the longevity of the tribe going forward now with all of this internet access, because naturally younger members of the tribe get more curious about the outside world, and they want to potentially leave the tribe, which would eventually lead to the destruction of the whole culture as they all branch out to the outside world thanks to this newfound interest in it and access to it. Overall, it's a really interesting story that I think just got a very clickbaity twist on it, where every outlet wanted to just focus on porn addiction, when that is not at all what he was talking about when he wrote this article. At least I don't think so, and he doesn't seem to think so either. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about it a little bit because I do find it fascinating. That's really about it. So yeah.